Hello everybody, we are back on YouTube once again. This time a game I've not shown on the channel. We have Prison Architect and we are going to be starting a new prison. Because it's the first time on the channel, obviously show it lots of love in the comments, but we're going to go with fairly standard settings. We're going to go for males, generic, boring warden, classic dog, small prison. We're going to do this fairly by the book. I don't mind forests. Failing conditions? Nah, it's YouTube, let's not do that. Do we want gangs? Yeah, screw it, we'll have gangs. Dynamic reputations, I like the sound of that. Criminally insane inmates, we'll do that also. We are going to show off some of the features implemented in the game. It's been a long time since I've played this. There's apparently lots more that's new. Weather and temperature, it's a bit dull. Staff needs, meh. Undecided on staff needs. We're not going to do staff needs. That is going to be our setup. It is going to be almost identically as the developers intended the game to be played. That said, I know the developers had a change of hands recently. We have a notebook page, you can go away, we're not interested in you. We are going to go up to intake. We're going to close the prison, because there isn't really a prison for anyone to go into. Doing that would be stupid. We're also going to get a grant for Basic Detention Centre, Administration Centre, and I feel I'm missing a trick here. I don't think I can do it yet. I was looking for a way to put the staff costs down, but I think I need the accountant for such a thing. We're going to put the game up to fairly high, and next up we're going to get rid of all of our trees. Because why on earth would you want trees in the middle of a prison? We want a complete blank slate, and then we're going to get to planning our prison. We're even going to dismantle those lights. Sometimes the lights in this game can be a bit janky, and leaving them up and make them nice and neat towards the end. What else shall we do? We shall go to our rooms. I'm just going to delete them. We're not going to do that. We're going to do some planning first. We are going to give ourselves a perimeter. That is 78 by 86. So 78, that will be 30, 34 to the middle. I believe that will be the middle. What do we have there? 34. Oh, I've gone wildly wrong. I must be thick. Guess that's not really up for debate though. 38, 37, 36. Okay, that is the middle of our prison going left to right. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm making a symmetrical prison here, I just want a rough guideline. Up and down we had 84, so that should be 44. That should be the middle there. I'm a lot more confident on that one. 43, 39. Oh look, I've just made a twat of myself. So, 40, 40. That's the middle right there. So, here we have a central point to the prison. And it's probably from here that I'm going to start to change that up. One of the reasons I do like a main point is, we've already alluded to it before, we want to take our rooms and we want to just grab deliveries, completely remove deliveries. We're going to put an area in here, let's go 12 by 8, and then we shall take garbage. We'll go 8 by 6. exports, wherever you've gone. Why can't I see exports? Because this menu's god awful. There it is. 6 by 8. Back to planning. We shall put some walls roughly around there. And that is going to be the opening to our prison. So how are we going to plan out this prison? Well, first of all, I think, be it general, we're going to go for medium sec off the bat, but we're also going to have to think about our money. And the fact that it is a small prison. So at this stage it is going to be quite cramped. This is going to be a reception room. And that is going to be a staff-only corridor. This is going to be a staff-only corridor. So coming up from here, we can think about putting in visitation. And how big is that? 23. It's just one too much, or one too little, depending on how you look at that. But it's fine. What shall we do? Objects. A row of visitor tables, and a row of visitor tables. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's our visitation. No, it's not. We want a way for prisoners to get in. Oh dear, I've ballsed that up entirely, haven't I? Visitors come in here. Prisoners may have to come in from the top. That's an even number. That is now ideal. So this is potentially going to be a walkway up here, including prisoners. If we're doing a visitation room, we might as well also have some parole rooms. Now these need to be 5 by 5, so we're going to do, I think, 3 parole spaces will fit in there. That will do nicely. So the staff come in from the bottom. Visitors, visitors. Prisoners come in there. Prisoners come in there. 2 rooms, much needed. We didn't quite get all our objects removed. Our trees. There we go. And what other rooms do we want access to staff only? We are thinking about the future here very much. We will potentially have a classroom, a church, or a chapel. What else? I've not built that so that prisoners can get in. If we've got another pathway across there, we have to build these rooms the other way around. It's going to make them quite long and thin. Church and chapel? Does that... Church and chapel? Classroom and chapel? Does that work? I think it may. So the other rooms that would benefit from a staff access would possibly be the kitchen, the mail room, the shop. So if we were to do pathways like so, we could have in here a mail room, a shop. They don't need to be that big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's trim those rooms down. Mail room, a shop, and a library. Even that up slightly. I think as long as they're at least 5 wide, they will be legal rooms. So that is our staff only access there. And on the other side we shall do a kitchen. Now if I did it like this, these are probably all going to scream at me and say that's massive. I'm tempted to agree. Although it would only need to be that size technically. We don't need this area here. Is there any other rooms that would require staff access? Let me have a look. We do have potentially forestry and carpentry. That could work for me. Although it kind of defeats the purpose of having the kitchen out there, not attached to a canteen directly. I do like the idea of throwing in a carpentry room. Can't even remember what it's called. Workshop, probably. I don't think we need anything else. I think just to finish this area off, that's what we might do. Failing that, we could also put that up here. Yep, scratch that, we're going to put that up here. We are going to have a workshop in here and potentially a forestry in there, but that is well into the future. Nothing we need to worry about quite yet. That also means that would be an outdoor area. So in here we will have kitchen, canteen, too big for a canteen. We'll also therefore stick a common room and gymnasium down on the bottom. That'll do nicely. That is quite a good utility area there. However, forgotten my offices, haven't I? That would be a small issue. Offices, also utilities we don't have. I'm really building too big for the plot of land that I've chosen, I believe. That is an issue. We didn't put staff needs on though, which is good. What I might do is trim this canteen down. We could put a staff room in here, or a staff canteen. That could work nicely. Little staff canteen there. We don't have a staff room or an office area yet. That is annoying me. It's a bit of an oversight. But it might just need to be what it is and go elsewhere. And if it is being what it is and going elsewhere, that means we can put it behind a security room. Maybe we need to maybe we have to not think about our carpentry so early. There's an awful lot of future planning we've done here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this into offices for now. And then, by the time we expand, this can become our shop and whatever else we said it was going to be. What did I say? Shop, mailroom, library. We don't need that just yet. We'll make the staff a new area. And some placeholders up top. 3 offices should be enough to get us started. Okay, next we need a yard. Now I don't mind if the yard is going to be in the center. Let's make it a fairly sizable yard though. 12 by 20, that'll do. We're going to need some cell blocks either side. I do want to be cautious of going too close to the edge for digging. And we also have to think about other rooms that we could put in here. So let's think about potentially having a infirmary, a morgue, a laundry, cleaning cupboard. I can't even remember what other rooms we may have a need for. How big are you? 18 by 22. Let's match that over here. And up here we can have things like a kennel. Let's see if we could match this up. Kennel. An armory. Oh, and a staff room. So let's security room, kennel, armory. Can I think of any other rooms at the moment to fill this area in with? I'm not sure I can. Let's tick off what we have. Oh, what we do not have is solitary, something I very often forget. These are just going to be cell blocks, quite possibly in the form of dormitories. They will include showers. We've got the yard in the middle. Storage, we don't have utilities. We really need a utility area. Everything else I think we've got ticked off and roughly earmarked, which is a surprise for me. The only thing we now do not have would be a criminally insane wing. But of course we have this area here to play with and multiple areas to expand into. So for now, I think our rough plan is going to be to leave this as it is. These rooms are completely flexible. I've misjudged that wildly. Let's just trim that up. I don't mind that this room has no access because we'll access this through the kennel, through the security room. 2 null and void rooms here. One is going to be a utility room, so we'll stick our objects in here. 5 by 5, 5 by 5, 3 by 3, and potentially we can stick another cleaning cupboard in there or something of the like. I hate how the planning just goes over itself now. That's going to be an extra little cleaning cupboard in there. So here we have water pump, 2 electricity stations. That is going to sort us off for now. Ladies and gents, come back for the next episode where we're going to start filling in much of this area. Ta-ra for now.